Okay, today's December 12th, 2021. I just shot a video about mRNA vaccine skepticism, and now I'm just going to walk around and reflect on the channel for a little bit and sort of discuss where I'm at and where I'm going. What am I doing right now? What do I plan on doing? So, I didn't have a plan when I started this channel, and I still don't entirely have a plan, but I think I have a better idea of what I'm shooting for now. I think I need to optimize for certain metrics. I need to, the reason I made that video about attention, I made that weird video where the thumbnail is zoomed in on my eyes, and then I just try to do that. It was a strange video, right? Kind of abstract, and I was expecting, my expectation with that was that it would actually have higher engagement because it was just something unique, unexpected, and it actually had almost the same engagement as some of my other videos. So I've been looking at my videos and trying to see what gets people engaged, right? Because I'm not, part of what I'm doing here is making this channel just for me, just so I can talk. And some of the videos that I've put out are simply just so I can express my political statements on things, my political beliefs. But, there's Dusty. You might be able to hear gunshots in the background. There's always, well, not always, but sometimes I have neighbors with guns that like to shoot them, so. You should have been here for the 4th of July. It was like a battlefield. Anyway, yeah, part of this point of this channel, or part of what I've been doing so far, is laying down my cards, laying down my political statements. I want to be able to point people to videos when they ask me what my stance is. And so now, with this mRNA vaccine thing, I have 2 videos out discussing vaccines. So if somebody's curious, hey, what does Matt Danny think about vaccines? They can just go there. And the idea is that I'm creating a more nuanced picture of myself than would be normally created if I just tweeted something like, hey, I'm a vaccine skeptic. Then people are gonna be like, well, this guy's some MAGA fucktard, so like that's the image that'll be there. And ideally, with all these videos, I've put up some dozens of hours now of content. Hopefully it's created a nuanced picture of me as a human being. Hopefully it humanizes me to people that would consider me their enemy. That's one thing that I've realized that I'm doing here. And I've also realized that the force that cancels, that which cancels, is also that which points out what is interesting to me. So I've realized that the people that are most often the targets of cancellation for the things that they've said are often the people that I'm most interested in listening to. So I'm sort of just following that pathway. I'm just saying things that I know will get me canceled. And so I believe I've contradicted most of the things, most of the ideas. I believe that I've dived into most of the ideas that would cause a cancellation traditionally. I hit the 4 big ones on the woke thing. Now I've hit the vaccine stance. I made one about masks. And a lot of them seem to just be anti-left wing, but that's because the left wing does the canceling right now. And I don't think I'm right wing. I did a video about that. So I think what I am is a member of the Forward Party, and I think what I am is some sort of radical progressive. And I have this idea called the Ruby Plan, which I'm going to make a video about, and it's a radical plan. And that's my political stance. My stance is this one thing, plus all of these other stances. And so, I'm just trying to paint a nuanced picture of me. And then going forward, I think I'm going to try to make videos where I optimize engagement. I don't want to just put out bullshit videos where I just talk like this one kind of. I want to put out videos that are interesting. I want people to click and be engaged. I want to make something that people want to watch in a certain sense, right? Some of the videos I'm putting out are really not for anybody, and some of them really will be for certain groups of people. And so I'm looking at these YouTube analytics, and I can track engagement. I can see how long people watch the video, and like I've said in previous videos, it seems like most people drop off right away. I imagine it like a lecture hall or like a stadium or a concert hall where I'm on the stage and I'm looking out at the audience, and 50% of the audience just kind of blinks out of existence within a few seconds, and then some people there's basically, from what I've seen so far, there's like a crowd of like 10 to 15, sometimes 20 or 30 people that stick around for the whole show, and the majority just leave at some point in the show. So I imagine it's like some sort of like techno millennial Zoomer lecture hall thing, right? I don't know who's watching this channel that's older. According to YouTube Analytics, which by the way I have started to not trust because the data is inconsistent. I don't know what exactly the age range is or the gender ratio is. It changes weirdly. It's hard for me to keep track of, so. Yeah, and I've noticed that the themes of the video that get attention, it's really hard to come up with a pattern that actually consistently gets attention. It seems to have a lot to do with the way I start the video immediately. Like I need to have a catchy line right away. You know, I need to have something like that. Dusty is behaving strangely. See, I think what he does... I notice animal tracks on the ground. I should probably start pointing out animal tracks, but there's deer and there's coyotes that walk along these trails. They use the trails that I raked out, which I think is funny. And I think what happens is these animals brush up against these plants, and Dusty seems to be able to smell that. They must leave some sort of scent. Like you missed most of it, but he just spent a long time sniffing this particular plant right here. So I think, yeah, see, there he goes. He just must be aware of some world that I'm not aware of. There he goes. Okay, so anyway, yeah, I'm getting my computer set up. I'm almost at the point where I can shoot some videos inside finally. I think I need to make higher quality videos here. I need to do some editing finally, and I need to put up some other images. So I might start doing a thing where I walk around the woods and still do what I'm doing here, but have images that at least show up in the corner, or maybe the whole screen, play clips of things, play like news clips, play movie clips, you know, just add some flavor in here, right? Make it so it's not just a single video of just a guy in the woods. So I need to do that kind of stuff. I will start doing some of that kind of stuff, and I want to continue exploring some strange ideas about attention and about... I'm really interested in the nature of being, really. The nature of being a human and the nature of being in general. And I think that this YouTube platform, this medium here, is something that can be explored. And it might be possible, like you can imagine making a video where the only purpose of the video is to hold attention. So like what exactly holds attention of a human being? How could you do that? Like if I were to just put up a blue square and a red square and they're just moving, like I'm imagining sort of creating a, if I had a perfect world, I'd have like 10 million viewers and I could split them into groups of like 100 each and then show each of them a slightly different video and sort of through some sort of like evolutionary process create the perfect engaging video by doing like A/B testing across an entire population, something like that. Like I think that'd be kind of fun. That's just stuff I think about. I don't know, I'm gonna make some weird videos, and the videos I've made so far are not representative of the future videos. I think, you know, I do enjoy walking around the woods and talking. This is kind of something I've been having a good time doing. Also, Dusty loves it. Dusty loves walking around. Oh, he's going up a tree again? Nah. But yeah, I'll just have to do some editing and things, and what else did I want to say? I am trying to remain authentic. That's the other thing. That was the beginning plan. That was the start, was just authentically speak my mind. And that's what I want to keep doing. I want to authentically say what I think is true, no matter what the consequences are. That's the primary goal. But I also want to optimize for engagement somehow. I don't want to just be saying things that are boring. So I need to be authentic, but also interesting somehow. And I guess that's really the challenge of YouTube. That's really the challenge of any performance or any channel or any medium here, is to, you know, but the problem is I look around at these other channels. I've been sort of looking at other YouTube channels and thinking about how I would want to make mine in comparison to theirs. And there's one of my favorite ones. This guy who's building a tunnel underground, Colin Furze. Furze, I think is how you would pronounce it. What's with a Z? Some British guy who's building a tunnel under his house, in his backyard, pretty much. Like, he makes videos that are just engineering videos. He has like millions of subscribers, and he just makes videos where he builds stuff. And to me, that's like really exciting. Him and Simone Yetch is another one, but they both have like tens of millions of viewers, and that's like way beyond me. But a lot of people just build stuff and show how they build stuff, and I think I could get into that. And then there's other channels that just do political commentary every day, like Ben Shapiro or the Drinking Bros podcast, or like the Lotus Eaters podcast, or like Trigonometry and you know, Tim Pool. I don't like Tim Pool, but Tim Pool is an example. These are people that I just regard as like content generators, where they just talk about what's happening every single day, and they don't really have a, you know, all they are is just a voice to listen to. And that's also kind of partially what I'm doing here. I am just a voice to listen to in a certain sense. And I may have been blessed with a nice voice for this kind of thing. So there's that. And then I also have a cat that I love to walk around with. And, you know, this is really just going to be kind of like a variety channel, I think. So anyway, that was what I wanted to talk about today. I've been looking back at all my videos and thinking about, what am I doing? You know, where am I going with this? So we'll see. Stay tuned for more. Bye.